I'm John Stokes, Deputy Editor at theprepare.com, and in this video I will be reviewing the WorkSharp Benchstone Tri-Abrasive Sharpener. This is a bench stone, which means it sits on a bench. It's not a portable stone that you hold in your hand or a pocket stone or anything like that. This is designed to sit on a countertop, a bench top, something like that. So it's called Tri-Abrasive because there's three different levels of grit on this product. It's got a 320. I'll go ahead and take it apart here. It's got a 320 grit, and this is a really coarse grit that you're going to use for taking a lot of metal off and for reshaping an edge. So if you've got like a chip in an edge, you've got a big bend in an edge, or something where you just have to take a fair amount of metal off of a knife or a tool, you're going to use the 320. The next level of grit is the 600 level. Now this is a good place to start if you've got some edge damage. Again, I would stay away from the 320 unless I'm doing a gardening tool. With the 600, you got some edge damage, maybe a chip or a major bend or a fold or something. You can start to work that stuff out with the 600 grip, and it's pretty aggressive, and it's going to take a fair amount of metal off, but the odds that you're going to wreck your knife with just a couple of wrong strokes are quite a bit lower than with the 300 grit. So this is a good level to do reshaping and reprofiling work. Now I can flip this around here, and the ceramic side of this stone is going to be probably your main work surface for most of what you'll do. You really don't want to you want to stay away from the diamond stones if you can, and really try and use the ceramic or much finer grit. You can do finishing and honing on this. You can also do basic sharpening with it. You'll see that it takes metal off. It's got these gray streaks, which this is actual metal from knives that I've used as a sharpen. And in general, a fine grit like this is better. It takes longer, it takes a little more effort, but you're less likely to mess up with it. One of the main features of this particular product that I really like a lot is these detachable angle guides. So these detachable angle guides are very beginner friendly. They allow you to index the blade angle so that you maintain a consistent angle as you sharpen. And they're also adjustable so that on this side you've got a 20 degree, it says a 20, it's a 20 degree angle, and you can flip it and you've got 25. And you can actually change both of these between 20 and 25. The way that you use this is you'll place the knife like so, and you can see that it's going to give you this angle, the starting angle, for free. And then the only trick is to just kind of hold that angle consistently as you migrate and do the sharpening. And the same thing here on the other side. Now you'll see that when I sharpen, you'll see that my the angle looks like it goes up a little bit as I get into the belly of the blade. What's happening there is I'm just preserving the same angle. But if you see when I back up on this, it's the same. So this looks steeper than this, but these are the same. And this is a kind of advanced sharpening thing that a lot of people mess up. You will see a lot of hand-sharpened knives where the tip here is just a mess. It's all flattened out and nulled and dulled out. And the reason is that the person doing it didn't know this, and they're trying to hold the same angle, and they're just wrecking the tip. With this guide right here, you can learn that, hey, look, when I've got the tip out, it feels like this. When I'm sharpening the tip, I want this angle. When I'm sharpening the belly, I want this angle. When I'm sharpening the main part of the blade, I want this angle. So extremely helpful. And this is going to let you build this kind of muscle memory, because if you get partway into the sharpening and you're like, is this the right angle or not? You can always back it up and check and just kind of get a feel in your wrist and in your hand and a little bit in your elbow for what angle you're holding at. So this is very good. This is better than something like the Lansky system, where you are locked in with these edge guides and there's all these rods, and it's complicated. This is just, you can really just take this if you wanted to and just take it as a one piece and throw it in a pack and use it. Although I wouldn't recommend it. Again, they have a product with angles like this that is for a pack. This is not it. So you could take, if you're doing like an edge of a gardening tool or something like this, you could take and you could change to the 25, and you could use it in the same manner. These guides are magnetic, so they stay on pretty easily. They just kind of slot right in. You can see that, and you don't have to worry about them. You don't have to worry about them coming off kind of randomly. They will come off if they're pulled, but. So I'll use these edge guides like this. I will typically stay with the 20-degree edge guide for a knife that is like this buck hunting knife or a camp knife or any kind of knife really. I actually even would like to see a 17 or even something lower for a knife like this Leatherman Free, for instance. 20 degrees is too steep for this. This is actually even a little finer of an edge. So bottom line, prefer the 20 to the 25. 25 I would use for something I'm definitely going to do a lot of chopping with, a garden tool, a hatchet, something like that. Go for the 25. But for your knives, use the 20. Or if they offer something like that's a 17 or even a little lower, maybe pick that up. There are some rubber feet on the bottom of this. The rubber feet help with stability, keep the thing grounded. It's fairly sturdy, but it can jiggle, but that should not affect your sharpening, and I'll tell you why. If you are pressing this thing hard enough that you are causing it to move, you're doing it wrong. Just let the stone work and let the weight of the blade be all the pressure you need. If you are pressing on it so hard that you are moving this thing around, then you are really messing up your edge. Don't do it. So the Work Sharp Benchstone Tri-Abrasive Sharpener, $44.95. This is a really good unit. This is a really good beginner-friendly sharpener. I like it. I think it is a great introduction to sharpening, and it's going to allow you to build up that muscle memory and the skill level because it doesn't lock you in. You don't have all kind of edge guides clamped onto the spine of the blade. You can just build up some muscle memory, and then once you've got that muscle memory down and your wrist naturally falls on this 20-degree angle and you can maintain it, then you can take this off and you can still get a reliable 20 degrees going either direction because you've trained, you've spent hours with the stone, and you've built up the muscle memory. So in conclusion, this is a really good unit, and I recommend it for beginners, people that want to get into sharpening, the Work Sharp Benchstone. Full disclosure, this was sent to us by Work Sharp for review. Some of our review products we buy, most of them we buy. Sometimes people send them to us. Our prepared promise means that wherever we get the product from, it doesn't impact our recommendation. Thanks for watching. This is John Stokes, Deputy Editor at theprepared.com.